Hello. Have you been writing more books?
I've been very busy, yes, absolutely, since we last spoke. I think the last time we spoke was my latest DI Andy Horton, number 9, Undercurrent, had just been published.
That's right, yes.
And I've had another one published since then in the UK in September, and it comes out in America on January the 1st next year. So, and that's Andy Horton number 10, and that's called Death Surge.
Splendid. I look forward to reading that one. And what got you into writing?
It was always a childhood ambition. I think the thing that sort of sparked my eagerness to be a writer was discovering the wonderful Enid Blyton novels as a child, and they opened up a whole new world for me. I just loved the adventure stories that she told and the mysteries, and like a lot of people, I thought, well, you know, I'd like to do that. I'd like to be a writer. Probably now, you know, a lot of young people want to be the next J.K. Rowling, but Enid Blyton is still very popular. So it was something that I'd always wanted to do. Obviously, it took me quite a while to get there. Life gets in the way and earning a living and all the rest of it. But I'm very pleased that in the end I did get a crime novel published. Yes.
What was your progression from school reading the adventure tales?
Yeah.
How did you actually go on to actually become a writer?
Well, I think, you know, I started off reading Enid Blyton and progressed from there into reading crime novels, crime fiction novels, and was an avid, and still am, an avid reader of crime fiction. But it was something that when I was younger, being a writer wasn't really an option for, you know, an ordinary Portsmouth, I would say, working class girl.
It's like wanting to be an artist, isn't it? It's not a proper job.
It's not a proper job. I didn't sort of go to university, and in those days, you know, the options were you become a nurse, a teacher, or a secretary, or something like that. But so it was quite limited, and I went into the civil service initially, and then I branched out from there. And like, you know, many people, I then decided to do my A levels and a degree at night school on day release from my employer, which I was very fortunate to do. And I moved into marketing and PR, public relations, which I really, really enjoyed, because a lot of marketing and PR is about writing. So even, you know, from a child, when I wanted to be a writer, and I did write stories as a child. I wrote my first novel when I was 11 years old. I used to write plays and we used to put them on. So I'd always been writing. And then I was fortunate to write for a living. And so I had a career. I started my own marketing business and ran that for many years. But in between times, I was still writing, as I say, and then creative writing, because I still wanted to get that book published. And it wasn't really until about 1988 that I decided, it's about time I really sat down and did this novel and learnt how to do it. And that's when I really started to think, I want to be a writer, a fiction writer then. Yeah.
Do you find that your marketing skills have helped?
Yeah, they've helped an enormous amount in a number of different ways. One of the ways that they've helped is that in marketing, you have to put yourself in the shoes of your customer. So if you're marketing if I, for example, was marketing to an 80-year-old man, completely different to myself, different age group, different gender, and whatever the product might be, I might have to think about what would appeal to this particular target group of customers. So you put yourself in the shoes of your customers, and I think that's very good for creative writing, because when you are creating characters, you have to put yourself in the mindset of the character, in that character's shoes, and that character is completely different to you and has a different upbringing, education, and set of values. So I think it's like actors. Actors can often make good creative writers as well, because they're used to role playing. So that was one advantage, certainly. And of course, the other advantage is that knowing about marketing and public relations, when you have a book published, you really do need to market it. You need to tell people about it and get it out there. Otherwise.